Hello, welcome to some more Sega GT Online. This is part 36, and probably the last part of the game, because this is just meant to be a bonus episode, showing off a couple extra things. Now, you might have noticed I had $21 million in credits. This is the original version of the XBE, the modded XBE that Zen made, to have a whole bunch of money, which means I'm finally going to make everyone who really wanted me to get out the BGA Vaylon happy. But it's not gonna it's not gonna stop there. I'm also gonna show off this thing, the ground effect AKIO, the Accio, because believe me, it needs to be seen.
Oh yeah.
And I know someone was asking about someone was asking about the Opals for some reason.
The Opal Speedster specifically.
No, they're asking for both.
Ah. Blue Astra Coupe. Oh, I guess you also show off the BMs.
Yeah. Show those off because those are extras as well. I won't really show off the cars that are bodies only because there's not as much to go off of with those. So what I'm gonna do here with this part is I'm gonna go upgrade these also. Jump cut. Actually, a sudden diversion before the main jump cut. I just wanted to mention with the Vaylon here. Originally this car had a flag on it set in the game's files that you couldn't actually access the parts shop for it. But Zen found out that you could just bypass it by just telling the game to not enable the flag. So yeah, I'm going to be able to upgrade this to go even crazier. So, let's go back to a jump cut. Okay, so I've got ahead and upgraded all these vehicles, and, well, yeah, you can see how a bit ludicrous they get. 2,319 horsepower for the Vaylon, 1,405 horsepower for the ground effect Accio, but because the car weighs like 474 kilos, it has a power-to-weight ratio of over 3,000 or something.
Nearly 3,000, yeah.
3,000 horsepower per ton. We got these here because I was requested to, and then I also did the 434 in total for the Astra Coupe, 345 for the Speedster, though this thing's very light. BMW 2002 Turbo Kit just gets shy of 400 horsepower. The E36 makes about 619, and then the E46 742. Let's go and put these cars into some quick races. Tornado Pass. We'll do Tornado Pass. Alright, so what we'll just do is we'll just do like a quick lap. Now the reason I'm doing the quick race is because time trial doesn't have the same aspect ratio, and I just kind of wanted to keep a little bit of consistency, so that's why we're doing it this way. So we're starting by lowest, so like I said, going from the lowest power, maximum power, to the highest. So that means we start with the Opal Speedster, which makes about 345. But as you can see, it's very lightweight and exceptionally nimble. Now, of course, if you played Sega GT 2002, the original one, you might be familiar enough with this car to know how it drives. But for those who have only played online, you probably won't be. So, because you know, licensing and stuff.
I'll be like, what's this car? Why is it here?
It's definitely, as you can see, it's definitely quick.
You're both quick and slippery, kid.
Well, it's not that slippery. It's just, it's relatively fine. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I think this is a good. This was a good choice of a track. So yeah, 116.7 flat on a standing start lap for the Speedster. That's pretty good. So the next car up would be the 2002 Turbos. Let's see how that does. All right, so the 393 horsepower BMW 2002 Turbo next. An oldie, but you know, a very interesting car again. It's a shame that BMW didn't make it into the game, like, officially, because it seemed like the models for the most part were ready to go. But, you know, I guess it was one of those late scratches.
It's an oldie but a goodie. Hey.
No. .6 Satan behind is that Camaro. Yeah, so this car is fairly quick in this game and handles really well too. Definitely seems to be a bit quicker than the Speedster, honestly. But we'll see when it crosses the line. Oh yeah. 1 minute 15 Satan is the time. So just over a whole second over the Speedster. So now we got another Opal to deal with next. Okay, so the front wheel drive Astra Coupe next.
What was it with Microsoft exclusive racers having this this body voxel Astra?
I don't know.
Like an Astra of around this time.
Again, I don't know.
The Sega GT 2002 games. It was in Midtown Madness 3, Rally's World Challenge. Actually, the only like Microsoft exclusive franchise it wasn't in was Project Gotham Racing.
I guess it's just it's probably more just a coincidence than anything else, really.
Yeah.
This car feels fine. It's front wheel drive though, so it's not the grippiest thing out there. And despite the little bit of extra power over the BMW and even more so the Speedster, it's not as fast. Which I guess isn't the most surprising, but yeah, a 120 point Austin 316.
120 Austin 316.
Well, anyways, the power is gonna suddenly ramp up, so E36 next. So despite the big buff in power, we still only have the Camaro here as the lead car. Yeah, this car definitely gets off the line. And honestly, it feels a little, maybe a little loose. I don't know. Not quite as it isn't as planted as the other cars we tested.
Let's see. I don't know. I mean, there's a reason why people use E36s as drift cars.
Yeah, but this game wasn't meant to be like a drift game.
I know. E36 as a 3-liter inline 6. I can't remember if this is when they bumped it up to a 3.2.
It's at least quick. It's just I would say handling-wise, it's probably the worst one so far.
Okay, so this one fits quick and slippery.
Though I managed a better time with both the Speedster and the 2002 Turbo. I mean, I could get faster if I got a little more familiar with this car's handling, but E46. Let's see if it's the same deal. Even with a 740 plus horsepower car, we still have a Camaro leading the front. But one thing that seems to be true about this E46 almost immediately is it feels way faster. And it's a little more, and it's while still not the best handling vehicle, which is kind of surprising for these BMWs, honestly. It's definitely more I'd say it is more planted than the E36 was. So we will likely see a faster time here with this M3 than we did with the older one. It also does like to do that with the whole redlining thing. I just can't escape it. That corner could have been a little better, honestly. Whatever. And that one. Well, there we go. That was, even with those mistakes near the end, that was like a 114. This car is definitely fast. But is it going to be as fast as the next two? Spoiler, no. So, even though the Vaylon has definitely more power than the Accio, because the car is definitely heavier, I decided to bring this out first, and then we'll save the Accio for last. Yeah, I don't think you need to... You're probably not surprised by this at all. This thing is very fast, but also very heavy steering. Notably more so than even the Streamliner.
I like how it kind of bounces over some of these bumps.
And it's just constantly redlining. Constantly.
Oh, this power doesn't know what to do with it.
I mean, yes, it does. It has like, it's like it has 2,300 horsepower or something.
2,319. We got a 2319. We got a 2319.
So yeah, this lap's a mess, honestly. But this because of how this car is, just you would need to get very used to the way this thing drives. We still managed. Holy fuck! Jesus Christ! Yeah, 111.7 in a car that's very heavy to steer, but also goes like a fucking rocket. I might do an extra thing where I take this to like the fucking speedway so we can just see how ridiculous it goes.
You should do it for both.
Wow! Now that we actually got the fucking Accio, now we actually get a more like all-star roster of vehicles here. And goodbye.
Bye-bye.
So yeah, this thing is very, 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 very fast. Like the Vaylon, or the Vaylon, excuse me. But this thing actually has a bit more handling. It's like notably so more. Garafael, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. I apologize if I have mispronounced your name. Oh my god. I had a bump, the bump I got from that.
Also, the wing, it likes to say hello.
It does. Yeah, that was a 105.5 from that. So yeah, this thing is it may be a good reason they didn't make this car available to everyone normally, because this thing would have killed everything, even the Vaylon, just because it handles better. It does handle better. Like this thing, man. But let's see what the Vaylon and maybe even this could do on the speedway in terms of top speed. It just hooks, and that's it. There is, like, no way from that. And like I said, this thing used to have a flag so that you couldn't fully upgrade it. Probably for this reason. I really want to see if I could hit the car's top speed, but the problem is this is not long enough. And it also doesn't handle well enough for the corners to help to, so it's like a double trouble thing. Wait a minute. And there you go, 268 miles an hour. Congratulations, that's the game's hard-coded limited top speed. Nothing will go faster than that. Now, I've got one very last thing to show off, and then that'll be it for this.
Let's play.
I am not going to take the Accio to the Speedway because you get the idea. If the limit is 268, then there wouldn't be much. There isn't much of a point to show this off. So we're gonna go here. This might say Greencastle Pass reverse. It's not quite what you think it is.
Crimbo!
So you might remember a few years ago, I made a video about a Christmas-themed Sega GT 2002 demo, which takes place on a reverse version of Greencastle Pass. The track is still in the game. They didn't get rid of it. The only problem is it doesn't normally work because the problem is it requires the game is looking for the original song to be playing from that demo, which is way fucking louder. Holy shit, I need to turn that down a bit.
I thought you were taking it to White Steps.
Sob Racer with the sub. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Welcome back, my friend.
I thought you were going to take it to White Steps for a second.
No. That we've already seen White Steps.
Yes. I also did a video about this car on this track.
So basically, like I was trying to say though, this track is still in the files from the demo. The problem is, the demo plays the specific song that, like Jingle Bells, like Hard Rock Edition version, basically. The problem is, in the files for online, this song is actually missing, and because the game is still calling for it, if you have the original soundtrack thing loaded, so the game will crash because it's trying to look for that song. So if you go in the files of the Christmas demo and you just add the track back into where all the media goes, this track will load just fine. So either you need to have that song in your folder, or you just have a different soundtrack loaded.
Like the Doom soundtrack. That works, right?
And by the way, this is also the demo where this particular car comes from, which is why I brought it here. It is very weird that they only left this as like a leftover. They really should have modified this so this would just be the track that replaces the reverse version of Greencastle Pass if you played this on Christmas Day. But they didn't think of that. So there we go. So with that, that's pretty much it. There is not really anything else for me to show off in the game because I've pretty much showed all there is to it. So that does it for Sega GT Online, and for me, that does it for these segmented LPs for at least a good while, because holy crap, I need a break from doing all these segmented LPs, because I have worn myself thin from doing so many of them in like the last 6 years. Oh,
It's break time.
But the good news is, in place of that will be me doing a lot more streams again, because I really want to get back into the hobby of doing these streams, because I miss doing these. These are fun. These are fun to do. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening going forward. I still got some highlight reels planned. I got some challenge videos planned. I've got some worlds videos planned. I am by no means going away. I am just taking a break from the LP stuff because I just want to kind of do something different, and I want to get into streaming more because streaming is fun. But that is going to do it for me, though, so thank you so much for watching this LP. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see my other videos, and leave a comment because that helps with YouTube's stupid algorithm. Check out my social links below if you want to follow me on Twitter, for example. Come check us out live on Twitch at twitch.tv/ThunderTHR. And if you want to get your name at the start of most of my videos, at the end at the end of the video is in the if it happens to be a highlight reel or world video, but same sort of deal. Just become a Patreon member. $1 or more gets your name at the start or end, and that's all it takes. But most importantly, thank you guys so much, and I do really hope to see you all on the next one.